So if it was one strum per beat,
quite moody, can't you?
well, if it was one strum per beat, and we were going for the whole kind of thing, like 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, and C. From there, because it's slow paced, after fourth strum it's always eighth strumming that comes next, so 1 and 2 and. Gonna be clever and add up strums. 1 and 2 and that, 3 and 4 and that. And that's because it's a quite slow tempo. Now, another common one is like down, down, up, down. It's just too fast. It's just not the right rhythm for that speed, okay? So, there's going to be a couple of accent as well, so quiet, and then accent other bits like at the end of the bar, you know, downs and ups at the end of the bar. We've covered all that kind of thing. So 1 and 2 and that, 3 and 4 and that, and 2 and 3 and 4 and that, 1 and 2 and that, 4 and that, 2 and 3 and 4 and that. What rhythm was I doing? Can you play? Can you recreate what I was doing? Just the rhythm. That's not the rhythm that I was doing. The rhythm I was doing was dun, 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 dun. Okay? And it is way harder just to write it out on the board and to all think about where the beat falls and things like that. Way easier, just recreate what you're hearing, but just think about the rhythm. So we've got, when you think of a rhythm, you need to know where the underlying beat is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's always that's how all you guys could stay in time. That's how you could all play in time before, okay? I wasn't playing, it didn't all fall apart, it didn't go wrong.
No,
That means you're playing in time.
Yeah.
But many rhythms can work in between that, the sort of interchange and interweave. And underneath that, so if you can, try and tap along. It's exactly just playing on, just tapping your guitar along with me as I've just done. But even better, tap your left foot to the beat, which becomes very baggy-headed and rubbing your tongue. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can't do the foot as well, don't do the foot, just do the hand. Just keep tapping. It doesn't matter what strings I hit, as long as I do that rhythm, and I'm playing the right chord, it's always going to work. So that's when we play single strings out of a chord, it's called an arpeggio. So whether we do that, or whether you do with fingerstyle, we're playing single strings, static chord at this side, that's an arpeggio. And when you're doing that, just think of the rhythm, and you have to be playing a pretty specific riff for it to matter exactly which strings you're hitting. So just think about the rhythm. Don't strum it, hit a single string, but think about the rhythm. Doesn't matter which strings are hit. Okay? If you're going to hit strings, and you want a specific way to do it, string 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Doesn't matter what chord you play, that will always sound right. You've got to change. It's the A minor, Graham. Remember A minor? That's the one. Da, 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 da. Good. So let's try and stay on the A minor, but think about that rhythm. Because what I really want you to do is tap the foot as well. Why? Why is foot tapping so important?
Beat.
Yeah, if we don't have the beat, we can't play together, right? So if we're all here doing this and we're thinking da 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 da, when do you change chords? When do you do that first one? Because that rhythm will sound different depending on where that beat falls. But if you're always thinking, play it again. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Even if you miss one, pause there, because your foot was tapping perfectly in time, and that's the main thing. Graham?
Yeah.
Your foot was in time with mine,
Yeah.
and therefore it doesn't matter if something stops or goes wrong. You know where you are, and I know where you are as well. We can both start again at the same time. Often, well, I digress there. Let's play the same thing again. So just on the A minor, 4. Okay, let's just change chord between the A minor and the E. So da 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 da, and then back to the A minor. It's the exact same shape, so nice and easy, and we're thinking about the picking really. Ready? 2, 3, 4. That'll be back to the A minor and E. there was one or two times when someone was playing a different chord, it didn't matter as much because the rhythm was right. It just sounds like a harmony. It always sounds nice. Now that's quite a complex chord sequence to go for that all the time, but I just want to show you a couple more things. That this song keeps cropping up again and again. Hotel Comfort. Everyone wants to be able to do it, right? And there's a couple of reasons for that. I mean, there's a good song, but there's so much guitar content here we can get out of one song and then using whatever you're going to play. And I think one of the biggest ones, especially when we do it, just like it's a slightly easier version than the original, going for it capo second fret. But if you add a strum on the first beat, the whole thing just sounds huge. It sounds like there's 2 or even 3 guitars going, because there's open strings ringing out, and then you're picking some of them, but I didn't stop them, they're still ringing out. So it's like I've got someone else at the side of me playing, but he's always playing the same chord as me, you know what I mean? It's always a handy thing. So if you want to make, we've got, you know, a group of people here.
It's like you have a conversation with yourself, isn't it?
Well, there's a lot of that happening, even more. We'll take it one step further in a second, but just give that one go just on the A minor. It's really weird for the strumming hand. You have to strum with a strumming motion, but then just stop your arm moving. And you have to find that second string, because the strum takes over that first note. 2, 3, 2, 1. 3, 4. Keep that going. 3, 4. 3, 4. Chord am I playing?
You can.
What chord am I playing? E minor. Where's my capo? Let's play an A minor, just exactly where you are, just strum it in 3, 2, 1. Do they sound like the same chord? Yeah. One more time, 2, 3. They are the same chord. There's a higher sound to this because we're on a thinner string.
Yeah.
But what's happened? Can anyone explain that? Just as an example to show you how it sounds really, really bad and not the same chord, just move the capo down by 1 fret, we'll do the same thing. 2, 3, and then you have the same chord, right? Really bad. So why does this sound like the same? 3, 2, 1. Why does that sound like the same chord? What's happening?
Right, so you move, what, 5 frets? You move 5 half steps.
Yeah. So I moved it up.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a rule there actually that's really good to know about. Whenever you go, everyone done the 5th fret tuning trick? It's the same note, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you move that one up by 2 and you move this one up by 2, same thing. If they're 5 frets apart, on the thickest 2 strings, most of them, everything like that goes wrong at G and B. Yeah. Strings to 3, right? Even the 5th fret tuning trick. Should sound the same, should sound the same. That one doesn't, it goes 1 back, so it will be 4. But 5 frets higher is the same note. So what note is this? When we've got a capo at 2nd fret and you're playing an A minor chord, what chord are you actually playing? What does it sound like? B? It would be B minor. Why? The capo is doing the same job as well as your first finger would do with a bar chord. So we could do this whole chord sequence with totally different chords, but it would sound exactly the same. B minor chord, right? F sharp chord, A, and then E. And to start that first one again, that would be the B note still, and we'd normally put a capo 2nd, but if I put it at 7th, I'm playing E minor, it sounds the same as that A minor, But when we play together, you get this kind of 12-string sound. And even it was originally played on a 12-string as well, so that's kind of the character of the original song. So then the chords were E minor to a B7. I'll just kind of strum it generally. D, that's a D sus2. Variation on an E minor. C, and then a G. All these chords, there's one there that you know is a funny one, doesn't crop up much, but all those chords you can technically play, okay? But it's that little bit extra knowledge to go, we're putting the capo higher and then in the same, it's keys at work basically, putting them in the same key. So kind of everyone apart from yourself here, we've all at least had a go at bar chords and we kind of come to love bar chords. Half of the reason of that is not to suddenly then, when you're a proper intermediate guitarist, go, I'm only going to ever play bar chords because I'm an intermediate guitarist. That's not the point of it. The point of it is to show you those same locations. Okie dokie.